A Maryland dad's nightmare, the wrongful deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Kilmar Abrego Garcia was a legal resident of Maryland. He had built a life there with his family, but one day, that life was ripped away. On March 12, 2025, Garcia was driving with his 5-year-old son. The boy has autism. ICE officers pulled Garcia over. They told him his status had changed. Garcia was confused. He had a green card. He was a legal resident. But ICE didn't care. They made him call his wife. She came to pick up their son. Then, ICE took Garcia away. 3 days later, Garcia was deported to El Salvador. He was sent to a dangerous prison. Garcia's family was devastated. They didn't know what to do. Garcia's deportation is a shocking injustice. He was a legal resident with no criminal record. But he was treated like a criminal. ICE's actions were cruel and unnecessary. This case raises serious questions about ICE's practices. How could this happen to a law-abiding resident? Garcia's story is a reminder that the system is broken. It needs to change. ICE's blunder ignoring legal protections and due process. ICE made a terrible mistake when they deported Kilmar Abrego Garcia. They claimed it was an administrative error. But this error had devastating consequences. Garcia had legal protection from deportation. A 2019 court ruling recognized the danger he faced in El Salvador. Gang violence is rampant there. The court ruled that Garcia could not be deported. ICE ignored this ruling. They deported him anyway. ICE's actions were not only wrong, but they were also illegal. They violated Garcia's rights. Every person in the United States, even non-citizens, has due process rights. This means the government cannot take action against them without following the law. ICE did not follow the law in Garcia's case. They did not give him a chance to defend himself. They did not even review his case properly. They simply deported him. Trapped in El Salvador, Garcia's ordeal in CECOT prison and the U.S. government's response. Kilmar Abrego Garcia is now trapped in a nightmare. He is being held in El Salvador's CECOT prison. This prison is notorious for its harsh conditions. It is overcrowded and dangerous. Inmates are often subjected to violence. Garcia is being held there without any charges. He has not been convicted of any crime. He is simply being held on suspicion of gang affiliation. This suspicion is based on flimsy evidence. ICE claims he wore a Chicago Bulls hat and hoodie. They also say an unnamed informant linked him to a gang. The U.S. government acknowledges the mistake. They admit they deported Garcia wrongfully, but they say they can't do anything to bring him back. They claim he is no longer in U.S. custody. They say U.S. courts have no jurisdiction over El Salvador. This response is unacceptable. The U.S. government made this mess. They have a responsibility to fix it. They need to bring Garcia home. A family's fight for justice, legal battles, and the broader implications of Garcia's case. Kilmar Abrego. Garcia's family is fighting to bring him home. They have filed a lawsuit against the U.S. government. They are demanding his immediate return. Garcia's lawyers are working tirelessly. They are determined to hold the government accountable. This case has broader implications. It highlights the flaws in the U.S. immigration system. It shows how easily someone's rights can be violated. This case also exposes the dangers of unchecked power. ICE has too much power. They operate with little oversight. This lack of accountability leads to mistakes. Mistakes like the wrongful deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Garcia's case is a wake-up call. We need to demand reform. We need to protect the rights of all people in the United States. No one should have to endure what Kilmar Abrego Garcia is going through. Comment agree or disagree. Like and subscribe to tally the preferences.